Become an advancement stater, healer archetype towards service to others. So, in the upcoming vortex, we're going to be embodying the healer, right? You're really going to feel the depth of what does it mean to stop thinking of myself, stop being in my own bubble, and being fully present for someone else, right? Because I feel that this moment is going to highly impact someone else's life, right? In this moment, there's nothing else that matter than this person that I'm serving, right? When we start thinking like that, our whole life starts shifting, right? Because service to others is the ultimate way of ascension. So the healer somehow, it's not like we become a healer as our work and then I punch in from 9 to 5 and then after that I'm like someone else. Somehow it becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a way of life, right? It's our day to day. It can be just actively listening because the healer archetype is a way our energy feel. It's how our energy is affecting subconsciously others, right? It's how somehow we are giving the example. Somehow subconsciously other people knows that we can be of service to them. So it happened as we meet randomly someone and then randomly they start sharing their problems, right? It can happen out of um, an opportunity or anything happening, like maybe like on a trip, right? And then somehow something happened, and then you end up doing a healing session for free, right? It because it's like somehow the universe knows, and then it's always gonna bring you the right people in the right time, and you're gonna be attracting the people that are mirroring your inner world, right? So we're always going to be attracting the client or the people that we're serving that are allowing us to understand a part of ourselves that maybe we didn't understand fully, right? So if we attract someone that has issues with hopelessness affecting their sacral, well, it doesn't mean that I'm having like deep issue with hopelessness, but maybe it means that hey, if you're clearing another 10% towards the whole of that negative energy, right, that you've been working on for a year already, well, this is going to unlock your next level of ascension. So, embodying the healer, think about this. It's a way of life, it's a lifestyle. Huh? In the contact of Ra, Love One, they explain that the only way to ascend is to go towards service to self, which is the dark negative path, or service to others, which is the light path. And then we come here on the third density to take the choice. So we are being served catalysts, right? Events, traumatic events, or harsh events to overcome. And then it's our choice to overcome or how we're going to overcome those events, right? If we decide to overcome those events towards blaming, towards resentment, towards revenge, towards self-centered thought process of like why and victimhood and then why me and all those things, more and more we are polarizing towards service to self because we are only thinking of ourself in our own bubble, right? It's almost like there's nothing else that exists outside of this bubble. And then if we decide to receive this catalyst, this harsh event, right, this traumatic event as a gift, as a miracle, and then we see it for, okay, there's a message here. Let me dig deeper. Let me find the clues to build my puzzle to figure out this catalyst, right? I can use different form of intuition to understand that I manifested this because there's an energy within that I need to transmute, right? And when we start transmuting, we expand more and more and more, and then we become more of service to others because we embody a higher, bigger energy field. Somehow, this energy field has more energy to serve others, has more energy to give to others, right? It is very hard to be a healer when our heart is closed or when our heart is barely open, right? From my understanding, when I used to do a lot of soul audit readings, I could do like two, three, four, five sometimes. So I did in one day when my heart was at willingness and above. When I felt that my heart was, "Oof, okay, now I feel like I'm in service to other mode right now." But when I was lower this, it was super hard for me to do one reading. It would drain me because I didn't have enough energy to fulfill my own energy body first, right? So that's the process. Before becoming a healer, service to others, we need to become a self healer, right? And it's important to practice strengthening the muscle of our different form of intuition. For me, it's about muscle testing, as most of you know. So I'm using the ring and ring technique that you can see here, and it's a direct communication with the heart because like when I'm asking the muscle here, it's an energy that goes through my hands, my arms, and asks my heart chakra. And I don't need to force, like here, this image here show that it's kind of like forcing, but it's very, very subtle. It's just like when it stay resistant inside, it's a yes, right? And when it's a no, it's going out. But it's like so subtle, it's like a little opening, tiny. And it's more in the energy that I feel it than in the muscle movement, right? And then through this, I can ask yes or no questions, and then I can tap into the Akashic records, the quantum field. All the information is recorded. At the beginning, it might be easier to use the pendulum. What's fun with the pendulum is also to ask the energy. So I can ask my chakra, what is the frequency of the chakra, and it's going to start spinning, right? A big circle is going to be okay. That's my baseline, wide open for that chakra. How is it comparing to the other chakra? See, I have like one that is slow, a bit smaller. It shows that it's less conscious. If it starts spinning the other way, it shows that it's like unbalanced, underactive, or even hyperactive. You can ask and tell the pendulum, okay, show me clockwise, it means balance, right? Reverse clockwise, you tell the pendulum, what is your intention? Okay. And then we use this to start cleaning our energy field, right? It's this cloudy pain body that doesn't allow us to see clearly from the eyes of the heart, right? Where the heart is the communication channel with the soul, the higher self, higher realm. In the book Serpent Rising, Navin, I have this beautiful photo, and he talks about different forms of negative energy in our energy body, right? So there's attachment cords, energetic debris, rips, holes, stagnant energy, sludge. There's also loops, right? That he doesn't talk about. And but the most important is trap emotion. For me, I feel that 80% of negative energy is trap emotion. And then after that, maybe I would say 15% loops and chords. And then a 5% would be debris, AI, stuck energy, stagnant energy here that we can easily stang by just setting the intention or even like taking a shower and then asking, okay, can you clear this, right? So how do we scan trap emotion, chords, and loops? So for trap emotion, we scan with the emotion code chart. Super easy tool. I have it on my phone. I use it every day. It's been more than 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know. But every morning I scan 2, 3 emotion, I transmute them, and boom, it's like a coffee. I'm like, whoa, I'm awake now. I'm more conscious. Because in our dreams, we always live emotion. Therefore, we live negative emotion, and then we might keep those negative emotions that are closing our chakras. Right? So I asked with my muscle testing pendulum, is there an emotion from my dreams, from my sleep that I should release right now, right? That would allow me to expand. Like whatever specific question is going to give you the answer. So is it in the column A? Yes or no, right? Is there an emotion I should read? Yes or no? Most of the time it's going to be yes. And then is it column A? Yes. Okay. Column A, row one. Yes. Okay. And then I ask, is it abandonment, betrayal? And then I can ask, is it linked to my heart chakra? Is it linked to my throat chakra? And then I can even ask, is it affecting a specific organ? Yes or no? And then I can get deeper and deeper into the information. I can ask, is this a pattern or chain reaction emotion that I trap in my childhood? Because everything has been built in our subconscious mind in the first 7 years, right? So we're just living chain reaction of this program, and that's what we need to clear. We need to clear the first time that we lived it, that it breaks the chain reaction. So by asking this question, then I get more information. And then is it affecting my masculine energy, feminine energy? More information I get, more understanding I have. More understanding I have, easier is to transmute a higher percentage of it. Maybe now I'm going to transmute abandonment and I'm going to transmute 50% of it because I don't fully understand the depth of what is abandonment, what are the benefits of abandonment for my ego, for keeping this, right? And then I don't understand the depth of like the whole video game, all the rules of like, okay, why we come on the third density, why this physical reality, what is the ego, what is the soul, what is those negative emotions, what they are used for. They are used to reflect on the self, the soul, and this whole game. More we understand the game, more it's easy to transmute a higher percentage. And slowly, more and more, the universe is going to give us messages, right? Synchronicities on understanding those specific emotions that we started transmuting, right? So this is the process. So I'm saying all this because after each meditation, sometimes we go deep into our subconscious mind and then we start being aware of a pain that we were not aware before, or even worse, we start after the meditation seeing some rashes or pimple coming out, right? Those are all forms of communication with the body. Our body is telling us, oh, look, there's something you've been not aware of. It's been sleeping there, but now we went deep into our subconscious mind. So now it's erupting, right? It's always starting healing because when it start moving from our subconscious mind to our conscious mind, when it's surfacing, it's the healing process started, right? For example, let's say I scan an emotion right now here, and then I see, okay, I scan discouragement. The moment that I found discouragement, boom, the process started. I can start burping, I can start farting, I can start having some release, sweating, or whatever, right? It's the percentage of transmutation has started. And then I can go into my whole process of transmutation as I teach in the whole video. Very simple. It's about using the mind, right, of creating visuals, right? I'm creating my reality through the mind and then bringing attention into the heart. So I'm transmuting, right, discouragement towards all the situation that I scan in my masculine linked to my dad. Whatever information that I found, I express it, right? I'm transmuting through all time, space, dimension, and reality. And as I say this, I don't say it in my mind, I say it in my heart. I feel, right, through all time, left and right, through all space, up and down, through all dimension, right, through all reality. Try to feel your energy field at the same time, being fully present with all your energy. And then you can even transmute to something positive instead of transmuting it and giving it away to Mother Earth or the universe. So discouragement, I can decide to transform it into courage, right? I become my own alchemist. So that's the process. For loops, I'm going to go back for loops and chords is the same. Do I have a chord in my chakras? Yes or no? Okay, is it in my root? Is it in my solar plexus? Okay, it's in my solar plexus. Is it in the front of my solar plexus or in the back? Okay, it's in the back. Is it linked to a person? Yes. Is it linked to a female? No. Is it linked to a male? Yes. Is it linked to my dad, my brother? Right? And I found the information and then slowly this goes up into the surface. And then after that, I just need to bring my attention and I'm going to feel it because it went out of the subconscious mind. Same thing for the loops. Do I have a loop that I should transmute right now? Yes. Okay. Does this loop is affecting my sacral? Yes. Does it start my sacral? No. It end in my sacral. Okay. Does it start in my root? It start in my root. Is it going in the back or in the front? In the back? Yes. Okay, so it start a loop is like starting from one chakra, going in this example here in the back into the sacral, and then moving back in front. Somehow the loops we don't need to understand them, but by knowing the different traits of each chakra, we kind of know. So, example here, if a loop is going from the root to the sacral, it is giving safety, it is giving support, stability into the sacral. But a loop is to keep the ego safe, but it is spreading the energy instead of being centered, right? So we are like stagnating the energy instead of being aligned. So as we clear those loops, the personality might be a little bit disturbed, but over like 1 or 2 days, we're gonna feel more and more recenter, more aligned, regaining our power, right? Last thing for those vortex, the healer vortex, we're going to be one sending to women and one sending to men, two different vortex. As you're sending to women, imagine that you're sending to your mother, to your girlfriend, to your sister, to your future daughter, right? That's and then imagine that you're sending through all times, right? Time is it's an illusion, right? So you're sending through all realities, all dimension, right? And then live it in that moment. You might even start having vision of your future daughter or something like that, right? Or your ancestors, right? Your grandmother that passed away, or whatever you feel like. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be bringing our hands like that in frictions, right? Creating coherence in the heart. I feel my torus field, the green torus field in front, and it's pulsating those fractal of coherence. And then I do this here, and then I feel that the energy of the coherence is moving to my arms and then shooting out of the palms, all out of the chakra inside of the palms here. And then I start feeling that energy between my hands, right? Oof, feel it now. And then as I feel it, I'm like, I'm there. It's happening. I'm present. And then slowly I start sending in front with the intention of where I want to send. I can decide that I want to send this to my friend in Australia. Only through intention is going to happen, right? Because in the quantum field, everything's happening now, right? So we're going to be sending towards the screen here for those vortex, and then with whatever intention you want to send to all the people in this challenge, to my ancestor, send to specific intention, and then you'll see you're going to have different form of intuition happening at the same time. You can combine this with thought, right? Positive thought pattern. You're going to be sending even higher frequency. You can also combine it by receiving white light from above, from the etheric world, coming in your heart, and then you visualize that you're sending green ray heart chakra love with white light from above, right? Everything. It's gonna be a full on immersive experience. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.